Barbecue, it just came through. You're okay with me reading this out, Barbecue? Just making sure before I get into it. And I will absolutely read this out. This is wild. Okay. So I'm going to read her settlement agreement that was offered to her, like what they sent her from the offices. Oh my gosh. Is on. Okay. First question, Barbecue. The top of it is hold on. Am I seeing things wrong? No. His little freaking emblem is over the top of it, the words. Yeah, it really looks like that. Okay, that's it. This is so unprofessional. So, settlement agreement. This settlement agreement is entered into as of blank day of blank 2024 by and between number one parties at night, Dog, Nick the Hat, Seth Rogers, Tony Mathis, and others involved in the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, collectively referred to as the claimants. Respondent, Barbecue. Recitals. Whereas the claimants have alleged that the respondent has engaged in certain actions, including making racially inappropriate remarks, encouraging interference with an investigation, disseminating false information, disparaging the claimants regarding the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Whereas the respondent denies any liability or wrongdoing, but desires to settle and resolve any and all disputes with the claims amicably without further legal proceedings. Now, therefore, in consideration of the mutual covenants and agreements herein contained, the parties agree as follows. Immediate cessation of harmful conduct. The respondent agrees to immediately cease and desist from posting any defamatory, false, or misleading statements regarding the claimants or the search for Sebastian Rogers on any platform, including but not limited to TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any other social media channels, making any disparaging remarks or engaging in any form of harassment or defamation against the claimants, discouraging others to interfere or disrupt any ongoing investigations or search efforts related to Sebastian Rogers, making racially charged or defamatory remarks about individuals involved in this case, including Hong Zi and other associated parties, public retraction and an apology. Within 7 days of the execution of this agreement, the respondent shall post a public retraction and an apology on all her social media platforms, including but not limited to TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The public statement shall include a clear retraction of any false or misleading claims regarding the search for Sebastian Rogers and any accusations against Dog Chapman, At Night Media, or other individuals involved. An acknowledgement of the harm caused by her previous statements and actions. A reaffirmation that the reward offered for information leading to the discovery of Sebastian Rogers is real and legitimate. From the FBI, up to $50,000. A public commitment to refrain from further interference, dissemination of false information, and disparaging commentary about this case moving forward. The content of the retraction and apology must be approved in writing by the claimants or their authorized representatives prior to publication. Non-interference and honesty agreement. Oh my God. What is this shit? Breaking chains. Have you ever heard of anything like this? The respondent agrees to refrain from engaging in any direct or indirect actions that could interfere with the ongoing search efforts or investigations related to Sebastian Rogers. Refrain from inciting third parties to interfere with or disrupt those efforts, including making false reports or to authorities or defaming the claimants. Ensure that any future commentary on this matter, if any, is truthful and does not contain lies, deceit, or misleading information. Acknowledge that while honest and fair commentary is allowed, any form of dishonesty, deceit, or disparagement towards the claimants is strictly prohibited. Confidentiality. Except for the public retraction and apology required under Section 4, the terms and existence of this agreement shall remain strictly confidential. The parties agree not to disclose any information regarding the terms of this agreement to any third party except as may be required by law to enforce this agreement. Any breach of this confidentiality clause by the respondent will constitute a material breach of this agreement. No admission of liability. This agreement in compliance with it shall not be construed as an admission of liability or wrongdoing by any party. Both parties expressly deny any liability or wrongful conduct. Release is this is just crazy. Upon full compliance with the terms of this agreement by the respondent, the claimants release and forever discharge of the respondent from any and all claims, demands, actions, causes of actions, and or liabilities of any kind arising out of or related to the matters addressed herein, except for any claims arising from future violations of this agreement. Enforcement and remedies. The respondent acknowledges that any breach of this agreement will result in irreparable harm to the claimants. In the event of a breach, the claimants reserve the right to seek immediate legal enforcement of this agreement, including but not limited to filing for an emergency injunction and pursuing all available legal remedies. The respondent shall be responsible for any legal fees and costs incurred by the claimants in enforcing this agreement. The claimants may seek any and all remedies available at law or in equity, including but not limited to injunctive relief, damages, and specific performance. Governing laws and jurisdiction. This agreement shall be governed by and construed in accordance with the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Any disputes arising under this agreement shall be subject to the exclusive jurisdiction of the courts located in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Are you sure the courts can do anything? Because the county had to deputize the county before they could even serve somebody previously. This is so fucking weird. Entire agreement. This agreement constitutes the entire understanding between the parties concerning the subject matter hereof and supersedes all prior negotiations, agreements, and understandings, whether oral or written. No amendment or modification of this agreement shall be valid unless made in writing and signed by both parties. If any provision in this agreement is found to be invalid or unenforceable, the remaining provisions shall remain in full force and effect. Counterparts. This agreement may be executed in counterparts, each of which shall be deemed an original, but all of which together shall constitute one and the same instrument. Waiver. No waiver of any term or condition of this agreement shall be construed as a waiver of any other term or condition, nor shall any waiver be continuing waiver unless expressly stated in writing. Let me read that one right quick again. Number 15, waiver. No waiver of any term or condition of this agreement shall be construed as a waiver of any other term or condition, nor shall any waiver be continuing waiver unless expressly stated in writing. Representation by counsel. Each party acknowledges that they have had the opportunity to consult with independent legal counsel regarding this agreement, and they fully understand its terms and conditions. Voluntary agreement. The parties affirm that they are entering into this agreement voluntarily, knowingly, and without any duress or undue influence. Then it's got a bunch of signature lines, notary, but it's not over. At the very bottom, it says key points for the public retraction and apology. A clear retraction of any false or misleading claims regarding the search for Cessation Rogers and any accusations against Dog Chapman, At Night Media LLC, and other individuals involved. Acknowledgement of the harm caused by her previous statements and actions. A reaffirmation that the reward offered for information leading to the discovery of Cessation Rogers is real and legitimate. A public commitment to refrain from further interference, dissemination of false information, and disparaging commentary about this case moving forward. Note to respondent. The respondent is permitted to engage in honest and fair commentary regarding the matter, provided that such commentary is truthful and does not contain lies, deceit, or any form of disparagement towards the claimants. Any violation of this provision would be considered a material breach of this agreement. What the actual fuck? Hold on. This is I'm going to load this. I'll load this up and edit it out so you guys I can pull it on the screen the next time because this is thank you for sending that barbecue. This is